If a man won't even introduce you to the family, if the man is out here spending money on other bullshit and not helping you elevate, taking you to the next level, if he's not pouring into you emotionally, mentally, spiritually, you might not be that one. You might be a placeholder.
Shout out to 10 p.m. Atlanta.
10 p.m. in Atlanta.
But I was just like,
Shout out to Atlanta PNC. 10 p.m. in Atlanta. 10 p.m. Atlanta in the fucking West. 10 p.m. in Atlanta.
on to the next segment. So we got 3 different hats. The black hat is our general questions. This hat right here, Cartagena, Colombia, anonymous questions that we had our guests write before the show started. So they wrote the questions. There's no name attached. We don't know who wrote what. We're gonna let Jefe read the first one. If we could pass the hat down to
Thank you, guys.
Brethren.
All right, let's see what we got. So this is another
Just
random pick, brother?
pick a random one. There's only 3, so just
Okay.
pick one. Yeah.
This is good. How long should a couple be together before they actually decide to move in with each other?
Go to answer, bro.
What's appropriate?
No, you answer.
You answer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna answer it.
Yeah, so awesome for me.
I gotta know you. We gotta go through some things. I need to be able to trust you. There's trust behind that movement right there. Personally, I have moved my lady in because we have a child together. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just made sense. But I've also known her. You know what I'm saying? We were friends for a long time. So it's not a stranger. But realistically, if it was different, if it was somebody I didn't know, I mean, we're talking a couple years. You know what I'm saying? A couple, 2, possibly.
Nadia, you disagree with that. Let's hear your take.
But because I feel like, well, me, like, you have a timeline, and everyone has a year and a half max to figure out, are we getting married? So
At this age,
yeah,
I hear that.
but I mean, I get it. Like, okay, but then say it was like different. Would you get married? Are you moving in before getting married, or are you not nesting? Like, or what is it?
I mean, believe me, I would have loved to keep it traditional, but it usually doesn't go like that. So
that 2 years would have been, you're trying to figure out if you want to marry that person. That is what equates to moving in.
yeah, I mean, 2 years is all of that. 2 years for me is like, I know this. For men, it don't take us long to know that this woman is the one. You feel me? It don't take us long. We know. We do things like introduce you to the folks, the parents. We care. We take you out. We show you off. All of that. You gonna know that I think you the one. You know what I'm saying? If a man, this is a good point right here. Listen, let me tell you something.
Talk to him.
If a man won't even introduce you to the family, if the man is out here spending money on other bullshit and not helping you elevate, taking you to the next level, if he's not pouring into you emotionally, mentally, spiritually, you might not be that one. You might be a placeholder.
Absolutely.
Till he finds that one. What is a placeholder? You're just there for the moment until he has found his queen that he considers a queen, until he finds that person he considers a queen. You understand what I'm saying?
I totally agree with that. And also, like, you know, it depends of the situation. Everybody has a different situation, you know. Like, for us as immigrants, we always, like, you know, like, this is stupid as F. But we have to get married to get documentations here. So, you know, that's the easiest way.
Right.
So it's a completely different situation. But I will say, you know, like, also you get to know a person living with that person, you know. So don't make me waste my time. I'm going to know in 6 months living with you if you are the one or not, you know, if I like how you move, how you know, do things. So in that case, if both can help in the bills or whatever, you know, like, you agree to live together, it's okay. But I will say, like, probably, like, in between 6 months to a year, you can decide to, like, let's live together. Which in my relationship, you know, if I get in a relationship, I would like to get married before that. But at the same time, I'm open to live with the person to see if that's the one. Because I don't want to get married and then we don't agree in things when we are home, and, you know, it's like, it's going to be worse. getting a divorce and everything, right?
Yeah, I can agree with you on that. Like, I think that after you hit like the 6 month of dating phase and you know, try to get to know each other, that's when you decide if you want to move in together. I believe that you want to do that before marriage, because if you don't, then you might not get along.
Yeah.
And then if you don't get along, like, and if you can't, you know, understand, like, or allow room for somebody else's imperfections, to, you know, be able to manage that, then it's just not going to work out.
Yeah.
So before we move on to the next segment, let's get my take. So please don't interrupt. I have a very controversial take on this. So I don't think men and women should live together. But if you are going to do it, try going on vacation first, see how that goes.
That's right.
Take some time, maybe, like you said, 6 months, a year, 2 years, whatever that time limit is. Everyone has their own, you know, time. But I don't think it's best, for me personally, and for most people, I think, you know, like, I like having my bed to myself. You know, I don't want to share my bed. You know, I like spreading out, you know. And the thing is, with women, it's like, women get bored easily. So to keep them entertained and aroused, you know, you don't want to be around all the time. You might get bored with that person. So there's plenty of couples, married couples, you know, they live right down the street from each other. You know, the guy makes sure that they're safe and secure and all the bills are paid and everything. You know, I'm not saying I would never live with my wife or whatever, but I'm aware that, like, it could work if we live separate, you know, so that's just my take. I mean,
In that case, you know, like, it is okay if you guys have enough money to do that, you know, like, to buy 2 houses and everything. That's totally fine. But also, like, you can have a beautiful big house and you can have a room and she can have another room if you want your bed for yourself, right?
I like that. Yeah.
You know, and,
I like
and
that.
even if, like, when they fight each other, like,
Right.
they
Need your
can
space.
just go
Right.
to your room. We talk
That's
tomorrow,
right.
you know?
Right.
Yeah.
We'll talk tomorrow.
Without my boyfriend.
Because there is some people
I've heard that.
love
Like, you
that.
gotta live with him because you want to feel
Exactly.
safe. I trust me. I get it. And I've lived with my girlfriend before. Didn't go. It was great for when, you know, while it lasted, but it didn't end well. So
I mean, y'all gotta be compatible.
Right.
Y'all gotta be compatible.
I'm not saying I would never do it again, but, like, you know, if she's down to live separately, I'll go for it.
The best situation is having a big, like you said, having a big
house.
enough place
Exactly.
where y'all could just have your own
Space.
own spaces. You know what I'm saying?
Or
You
a
just
mega
go
bed
exit.
that's just so huge that I got so much space over here, you over there, like, you know.
I can't do the cuddling thing, bro.
Go home.
I can't fall asleep cuddling.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly,
I
bro.
just-
Right.
Oh, I have to be the big spoon.
yeah.
Yeah, I like coloring.
If I allow the cuddling, I'm like, I gotta wait a few, 30 minutes before I just, like, all right.
And before we move on,
Yeah,
a
no,
lot
that's
of
good. You know, like, it's good for, like, a little bit and then give me my space, you know?
Right.
Go there because you get hot too.
Facts.
Yeah.
a lot of guys, they live with their women, they get comfortable, they stop going to the gym, they stop, arousing their women, they just stop being a man, like they stop being on point. So that's where that comes from. But not all guys, but I've seen a lot of guys like, oh no, I'm good. Like they just get content. So that's where that comes from.